I've built 8 different digital writing businesses to 6, 7, multiple 7 figures in revenue. So if you want to know how to start a digital writing business of your own in 2024, here's your roadmap. There's really only 3 steps you need to understand: attention, retention, and ascension. Attention is you writing on social platforms for free, because writing for free is how you practice in public. It's how you test ideas. It's how you figure out which topics resonate most with your readers. It's how you learn what they want more of, and ultimately how you clarify your niche. And the reason this step is so important is because if you can't get people to read your free stuff, then you're never going to get them to read your paid stuff. The 2 best platforms for writing as far as distribution for text-based content are X, formerly known as Twitter, and LinkedIn. Once you have your niche nailed down and people consistently reading your free stuff on some sort of social platform, the next step is retention. It's time to move that rented audience over to an owned platform, aka email. Email is still king. Having a huge social media following is great, but email is really the name of the game. Think of your email list as your engine, okay? All of the weekly newsletters that you publish, everything that you're sharing there should be based on something that's already performing well on social. Don't try and reinvent the wheel here, okay? If readers are enjoying your free short form content on some sort of social media platform, it's reasonable to assume they will also be interested in long form content on those exact same topics, okay? So that's the way to think about it, is you're not writing necessarily new things. You're taking all of the things that worked well on social and you're expanding on them in long form, which leads to step number 3, ascension, which is otherwise known as conversion, okay? So the bigger your email list, as long as it's full of the right people, the more money you're gonna make. I told you, digital businesses are very simple. All you have to do, and I mean this quite literally, is prove you can help a certain group of people, which is your niche, for free on social media. Then give them even more for free via your weekly newsletter. And then every so often, maybe once or twice a month, maybe even once a week, maybe once a quarter, let them know you have something for sale, okay? So the next question, what can you sell? Whatever topic is performing well on social media and in your newsletter, give them more. So your paid product shouldn't be something completely new that you've never written about. It should be the same topic that has been performing well on social, the same topic that people want to read about in your newsletter, but more in depth, more templates, more examples. You think I'm joking, and every time I explain this, people go, there's no way that's true, okay? It's more complicated than that. I have to do something way harder. No, it's not. Let me walk you through exactly how we do this for one of our multi-7-figure businesses, Ship 30 for 30. A couple times per week, I will post something short on the topic of digital writing, and I'll publish it on X, I'll publish it on LinkedIn. Something like this: 5 content templates that will turn you into a prolific digital writer. 0 to hero: how you overcome an obstacle, life lessons, what have you learned, big mistakes, where did you go wrong, industry stats, where's your future headed, lists, curate anything, okay? So that piece of short form content generates attention. But you don't just want followers, right? I don't just want followers. I want email subscribers, because I'm trying to generate attention to then move them further and further up the chain. So step 2, retention, right? I then comment on this short form post linking to our weekly newsletter, Start Writing Online. Guess what readers are gonna find in that newsletter? They're gonna find that same exact post expanded into a long form piece, walking them through exactly how I use these 5 content templates, okay? So I'm just taking the same idea and I'm expanding on it. So how am I coming up with those topics? I'm just looking at what's performing well on X or LinkedIn, and then I'm expanding on it in my weekly newsletter, which leads to step 3, ascension. So once a month, every so often, since we know that they're interested in digital writing, we send our subscribers an email saying, hey, by the way, our next Ship 30 cohort's coming up. Click here to join. And that's the entire business, okay? The entire business, multiple 7 figures in revenue every year, can be summarized in those 3 steps. We don't run any ads. We don't have some giant affiliate army. That's the whole business. That's how Ship 30 has generated millions of dollars in revenue. If you're thinking, okay, Cole, sure, that worked for you, but I don't think that works for other creators, go look at any creator right now that is crushing it, and they all follow this exact same blueprint. What does Justin Welsh do? Social content leads to newsletter, leads to paid product, LinkedIn OS. What does Dan Koh do? Social content leads to newsletter, leads to digital economics product. What does Cody Sanchez do? Social content leads to newsletter, leads to small business buying course. Attention, retention, ascension. and I just gave it to you here for free. One last thing before I let you go. Why are these digital businesses so lucrative? What do I mean when I say that you want to build a 99% margin digital writing business for yourself? Let's think about it. What software tools do you need to run a digital business like this? Maybe Stripe to collect payments, okay? That doesn't even cost you any money up front. Maybe you need a website. Okay, we use Card for a lot of our different websites and landing pages, which literally costs $19 a year. Not $19 a month, $19 a year. For context, we've used Card for our Ship 30 website for the entire first 2 years of running the business, and we did well over $1 million in revenue. So no, you don't need some big fancy website. Slack, maybe if you have a community, Slack is less than $10 a month if you have a small team, otherwise it's free. Okay, what else? ConvertKit, maybe to capture and store emails. Okay, to store 10,000 emails per month, that costs you maybe $100 per month. So all in, to operate and run a $1 million, multi-million dollar creator business might cost you around $200 per month, maybe less. And by the way, this is everything that we've used to generate our first $1 million for Ship 30 for 30. That is what I mean when I say you want to build a 99% margin digital business. It costs almost nothing to run. And all you have to do is invest your time and build the skills right on X and LinkedIn, drive those readers to our email list, pitch those readers on Ship 30 every couple weeks, once a month, once a quarter. Attention, retention, and Ascension.